על המשך של החזון שלנו לחבר את ישראל עם העולם. אתם יודעים, אנחנו עובדים על זה כבר 10 שנים. אנחנו סללנו, הממשלות בראשותי, את הרכבת מחיפה לבית שאן, בואכה גשרי הירדן, במטרה ברורה לא רק לשרת את תושבי הגליל ותושבי בית שאן, אלא גם במטרה לחבר חיבור עתידי בין מפרץ חיפה לחצי האי ערב. ישראל כץ, בתפקידו כשר התחבורה, יחד איתי, קידמנו את הרעיון הזה, את החזון הזה של חיבור מדינות חצי האי ערב, דרך ירדן, דרך עמק יזרעאל, עד מפרץ חיפה, דבר שמאפשר קשר רכבתי, תחבורתי, בין חצי האי ערב ואירופה.
באמת, עדיין חסרים שם חלקים משמעותיים.
מה זאת אומרת המסילה המושלמת? סללו הכל?
המסילה, לא הכל, המסילה.
עד לאן הגיעו?
נסללה. יש כמה חלקים, המסילה הזו הרי מתחילה מדובאי, עוברת בסעודיה, ממשיכה דרך ירדן, וסופה אמור להסתיים כאן בישראל. אכן נסללו כמה חלקים, יש 2 חלקים.
Now by Yossi Abraham Shelley, he's Israel's ambassador to the United Arab Emirates since February, and he joins us today from Abu Dhabi. Let's jump straight in and talk about business and trade, which currently stands at around $3 billion annually between the two countries. And not only that, it grew around 11% between the years 2023 and 2024, of course, after the October 7th attacks. With the UAE is not just about bilateral trade, is it? It's also about integrating Israel into the region. And this is slightly more challenging in the current climate, isn't it? Where are we with the big infrastructure projects like the IMEC trade corridor, you know, this project to link India to Europe via the Gulf and Israel? And do you think these big projects might be stuck somewhat in the current climate?
Look, the IMEC, you know, I brought the map, so we know exactly, you know, this is India, you know, through the sea, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Israel. And, you know, we see the benefit of this issue. Just to emphasize 2 things. First, you have the 2 passages, Hormuz in the UAE and Bab el-Mandab in the north, near the Yemen, the Houthis. So in this new corridor, to move goods and things to part of the Middle East to Europe through ships, it takes 10 days minimum. And of course, all the risk of being bombarded by the Yemens, as we saw in the last 2-3 years. And of course, it will shortcut. It will be 3 days traveling through UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Israel. So it's not just, it's first secure, and then it will reduce the cost of, you know, the delivery. Usually it's a big cost of, and of course the time.
It's a huge project, and it would be transformative, and it would really be a game changer, wouldn't it, for Israel's place in the region? But, however, it cannot advance until Saudi Arabia signs the Abraham Accords. And as we've seen this month, the Crown Prince is not interested in doing that at the moment. So how do you get around that, and how do you continue to advance the relationship with the UAE?
Yes, I was less optimistic before the visit of the Crown Prince, MBS, in the US. He sat with Trump, and we saw the first time that they said that what's important for the Saudi is to resort to make a patron to a Palestinian state. And this is a big change. Before he said, until there is no Palestinian state, they will not join the accord. And now it's a kind of change. You want to see a patron through the...
Diplomats in the Gulf have expressed concern about Israel's new military superpower status in the region. And they welcome the decimation of Hamas and Hezbollah, but they're far less enthusiastic about IDF strikes on the new Syrian government in Damascus. And they were also really alarmed by the strike on Doha earlier this year. I know you yourself were summoned for a reprimand over that. So how do you convince the Emiratis that a stronger Israel is an asset and not a threat?
Look, first, as you've seen, everybody here had a common, I say it, a common enemy, it's named Iran. Even that people don't mention it. So we took care of it because we were strong enough to try to eliminate their nuclear facilities and the long missile, the ballistic missile. Of course, with the aid of the US. So being strong in the Middle East is not weak. It's not a weakness. It's a strength. This is combining with countries. They know that we never attack countries unless they are terrorists, like in the case of Qatar, unfortunately. Israel never attacked. Israel never in the 5-6 war took territories just to prosper. If they attacked us, sometimes lose. We call the IDF Israel Defense Army, not Israel Attack Army.
Qatar didn't attack Israel, did it, per se?
But I told you that if they are terrorists from the Islamic Brotherhood and the Hamas, and they are happy there and torturing our prisoner and very quiet and comfort, it cannot be. You can to rule the business from outside and stand still and say, go here, go there, and nobody will harm you.
But did you? I mean,
by the way, after this attack,
I just want to talk a bit more about what happened after that strike on Doha when you were summoned by the Emiratis. I mean, they were very upset. They were very alarmed by that, weren't they? How did you reassure them? How did that go, that meeting?
Look, first I wasn't personally in the meeting. My my DCM, the vice ambassador, I was here because I was in Israel. But look, they have to do their process. Sometimes in the diplomatic way, when you are not happy, you call the ambassador.
Personal question. You've been in the Emirates for a few months now. How are you enjoying life there? Because it is said, isn't it, that it is one of the nicer places to live for Jews in the world right now when you compare it to the United States or Europe, for example. How are you enjoying life there?
Yes, the UAE is very secure. People can go outside, can worship, and can really we feel good. Even though there are a lot of threats, from people, but we feel good. We can. People are coming. There are more than 1.1 million tourists from the last year, 2024, that visit the UAE. 80% continue to Asia, but 20-25%. It's a lot of people are staying here, having fun and enjoying the beautiful